Well, hello, friend. Welcome to your cosmic yoga practice, igniting your fire, your inner fire, with the Aries New Moon slash solar eclipse. So, stay tuned for the cosmic update and your cosmic practice. Um, if that being said, if you want to jump right ahead to the practice, check in the chapter below and then let's meet you on the mat. Otherwise, if you don't know me or you do know me, my name is Marie and I am your cosmic coach, M&M. I'm a yoga instructor, of course. I am an astrologer and a life coach. So my mission is to blend the three to align your mind, body, spirit, and so that you may just get support from the universe and live a well balanced life. So today, for this particular practice, we're in the Aries season and it's the new moon. The moon itself, I like to think of the moon's persona as being the inner sensitive. It's where we go at night and hide and where we feel the emotions, where we connect with our intuitions. And on a positive side, the moon is very nourishing, very protective, very motherly. It's got this deep intuitive vibe to it. It senses the subtle energies and it helps you to connect with your needs. What do you truly want? And then on the negative side, then you could be overly sensitive. You could be moody. You could be overwhelmed with the emotions and possibly unpredictable for yourself and others around you. So, once we're experiencing a new moon, it's a call for a new beginning. It's a new cycle. And then what's really particular with this new moon is that being in Aries, being the first sign of the zodiac wheel, it's like we're in January. So it's the best time of the year to set your intentions that are going to be supported to manifest and create for the next 12 months. So it's the perfect time to go within and to ask yourself, what do I truly want? It's a sense of renewal where you can actually dream your intention and then get the support to create actions to manifest your intention. It's also, I like to see the new moon as like the perfect time to plant a seed. So it's got this energy of gestation, initiation. So it it's full of potential, but you don't see it yet because the new moon, that's it. It's black, it's void. So it's the perfect time to create. To create your dream life, to set your intentions and to plant your seeds. That being said, it's also the perfect time. If there was a time during the year to create a vision board, this is it. It's the time to do it. So then you, like I mentioned earlier, you've got the support of the planets to make it happen. And then once you create your vision board, it's a mirror. It's images for your subconscious to make it happen. So whether you want to go old fashioned and cut your pieces in your magazine and put it um, on a nice cardboard or paper, or you get the idea. Make a poster out of it and put it somewhere where it's gonna resonate for you to see it. Like it could be a personal thing, or it could be on your fridge, whatever. But do it with joy. Yeah, what do you truly want? And then if you're more into high tech, you could do it with Canva, you could do it on a Word document, can do it on your phone, on your wallpaper, your computer, wherever. Whatever works for you. But then and even though it's like one image, yeah, like make it work. Make it work for you if you're into it, of course. But I highly recommend to create a vision board, even if it's words that you want to write, but something that you're going to see. Okay. That being said, it's also a solar eclipse. And the solar eclipse always happen at the new moon in in the eclipse season. That's when the moon comes between the sun and the earth, and then it's blocking the sunlight. So it's like a supercharged new moon. And then it brings breakthroughs, and like it shifts the direction, the destiny, it's like the universe helping you to like be open to change and new opportunities. So like I said, you want to set clear intention, and if I may, simple intentions, something that you really want to, like, for example, you want to have $5 million. Well, before you get to that 5 million, make it realistic. Yeah, maybe call in $5,000. So something that's gonna stretch you out of your comfort zone just a little, but you know that it's realistic. Yeah? Okay, and then you're just gonna get the magic. The magic happens once you're aligned with what your heart desires. Okay, and now, with that being said, that's the moon energy. But then when the moon's actually puts our Aries costume, I like to think that each sign is a costume that the planet embodies. Then you've got Aries, and then Aries, the Aries new moon, the moon wearing the Aries costume. Aries being a fire sign, it's got that drive, it's got the bring it on energy, and it's also a cardinal sign. And if you're curious, the other cardinal signs are Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So it's the Aries energy, it's like that. Um, Actually, all the cardinal signs are initiator. They're leaders. They're marking the new beginnings of the season. So in the summer, in the fall, in the winter, and then they're very dynamic. Yeah, they're proactive. They're great times. They're great signs to start new projects. And But just the only thing is that they need that concrete action, that concrete project to make it happen. Because if it's too big, then it might have a hard time or struggle to follow through. Okay. But that being said, the mantra for Aries is I am. I am taking action. I am courageous. I am creating initiative. Um, it could be impulsive too. It's got that boldness to it. I am a leader. I am spontaneous. It has drive, passion, independence. So you get all the you get the vibe, right? It's got that bring it on energy. And that being said, this is it for the new moon in Aries, but there's also other things happening. So with Neptune and Saturn moving into Aries, there's so much energy is happening right now into these two signs. So we're being asked to really let go and surrender of the past so that you can move forward. And we're going to be playing this dance for the next year. So that's why be very clear on what you want to manifest, because it's going to take a while. It's going to take a year to adjust itself to the new you, basically. So I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please let me know. And let's see what we can do on the mat. So, igniting the inner fire of Aries. Take a deep breath, and may your practice begin. So, I am sitting in a comfortable position. My legs are crossed. Um, let's take a moment to root and connect with yourself. So align your mind, body, and spirit. Rolling the shoulders back and down, lengthen through the spine. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. So whatever happened earlier, leave it out in the past. Whatever is going to happen in the future is not here yet. So be mindful of being here in the now, right here, right now. 0 point, the 0 degree of creation. Hence why it's such a crucial moment, a crucial season in the astrological wheel. So 0 degree here in the now, just focusing on your breath. And if you're noticing your mind chattering, it's okay. But please help your mind to settle. And you could either count, or in this case today, I highly encourage you to use the mantra, I am, so, So as you inhale, so, and as you exhale, which mean I am. And then from here, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart and to create your intention for this practice today, or getting ready mentally for your vision board, for the new version of yourself. What is your intention? How do you want to feel? How do you want to be? And usually the first thing that comes into mind is usually what needs to come up. And if you need to write it down, please press pause. Otherwise, let's carry on. Inhale fully and exhale fully. And then let's come on back to center. Let's release the legs. Let's bring them forward. And then let's inhale the arms up. And with the exhale, lean forward. So you might not go super far, and that's okay. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, dive forward. So a little dandasana. Inhale up. And exhale, lean forward and try to go as far as you can, but from the hips. So there's a nice angle with the hips and the torso. And then come on back to center. Okay. Then from here, let's move on to all four, just because. Tabletop is an easy one. It's the perfect way to warm up your spine. So I like to have the hips above the knees and the shoulders above the wrists. My head is neutral with my spine. I want to inhale, and with the exhale, gently hug the core, starting to ignite the fire in your belly. And then gently push the tailbone up towards the sky, gaze right up between your brows into cat, not to cow, I'm sorry. And then exhale, squeeze the bum around the spine into cat. So a couple more times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And last time to warm up the spine and to create space between your vertebrae. Perfect. Then from here, let's walk your hands forward, spreading the fingers wide, rooting through the mounts of your fingers, tuck the toes under, and press up into downward dog. So you may take your dog out for a walk, bringing the heels down one at a time. And then if you're ready and your body will allow it, you could drop the heels down on the ground and breathe and ground. So if you've been following my practices for a little while now, you know that grounding is the key word for the rest of your life, really. Just because there's so much fire energy coming at us and so much wind energy that it's going to be so important to ground. It is important to ground right here, right now. So then you can remain sane. So let's bend the knees, gaze forward, walk or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale into a nice flat back. Exhale, release. Bending the knees quite a bit. Gently rise up into a chair. So see how my knees are quite bent, but technically I'm not seeing my toes. I'm pushing with my bum. So it's kind of like a squat, but I'm going for Utkatasana, so chair pose. And then I've got my palms facing one another as if I'm holding the moon, and I'm dropping the shoulders down. Take a deep breath. And then exhale, release into mountain pose. So we're going to play with Utkatasana today. And then from the mountain pose, we're going to play with Virabandasana 1. So did you guess it? Warrior 1. Right leg back, arms up. That being said, let's check the foundation. I've got my right foot back, and I've got a 45-degree angle, okay? But that being said, I want to make sure that the hips are nice and neutral. My front knee is right above my ankles. I'm not seeing my toes. And then my hips are facing forward, okay? So the further you're gonna go, you're gonna step back, the harder it's gonna be, and the closest, the easier, okay? So you decide the stand and the degree of difficulty, okay? Then from here, hips facing forward, arms up towards the sky, holding the moon again, but dropping the shoulders down. So we've got our warrior 1 happening here. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And then arms to the side, step forward, finding the mountain again. So also another great asana, great pose to root and ground, mountain pose. So I'm rooting into both feet. My knees are soft, my pelvis is neutral, shoulders are rolled back, and I'm gazing forward. And every time you come into mountain pose, let's pretend that you've got roots growing underneath your feet, growing towards the core, the heart of Mother Earth, okay? And from here, I'm gonna take my left foot back. So take your stand for your degree of difficulty, and let's create the foundation for warrior 1. So front knee above the ankle, I'm not seeing my toes, hips are forward, hugging through the core, lifting the arms up, dropping the shoulders down, holding the moon between your arms, your hands, and take a deep breath. Perfect. Inhale. And with the exhale, step forward, mountain pose. So simple. Now that we explored Utkatasana and Virabhadrasana 1, let's move gracefully between the two. Okay, so starting into mountain pose, taking a deep breath. Inhale fully, exhale fully into the ground, and then let's squeeze the bum and sit back into your chair. Now we're going to take 2 full breaths right here. Inhale fully, And exhale fully. Inhale, center. Exhale, right leg back. Get ready for warrior one. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale fully. Step forward. Let's sit. Chair pose. 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Come to center into mountain pose. Tadasana. 2 breaths. One more. Step your left foot back. Warrior one on the other side. So readjust, check your hips, and breathe. Inhale fully, and then step forward, mountain pose, Tadasana. Perfect. So far, so good. Let's do this again. One more round for 3 breaths. So I kind of wanted to ease into it so then we can really embrace the whole asana. So I'm into my mountain. I'm breathing, I'm rooting, I'm feeling very grounded. Last breath. Inhale fully and exhale fully. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Sit into your chair. Utkatasana. 3 breaths. And the beauty of this asana is that it helps you move through discomfort, and it's perfect for the Aries bold spirit. Because sometimes when we're too fiery, it's good to slow it down a little. Take a seat. Nice breath. Inhale back to mountain pose, Tadasana. Last breath. Ready? Inhale, right leg back. Warrior one, Virabandasana one. 3 breaths. And the beauty of this asana is that it helps us build confidence and to focus on our inner power. It's good to ground, well, yes, of course, to ground, but also to strengthen your legs and then start feeling your core working. You're opening up through the heart, the shoulders are down. Find your inner warrior. Who do you want to be? Or are you at peace with where you're at right here, right now, and there's nothing to change? Good for you. That's the case. I'm happy for you. And then back to center, mountain pose. Take a deep breath. Last one. Sit into your chair. Oh, yeah. I'm doing it right in between. Let's feel your quads. Let's feel your glutes. Last breath. Inhale fully. And as you exhale, release mountain pose. Let's step the left foot back. Warrior one on the other side. Let's explore your true nature. One more. Oh, yes. And then step forward. This is it. Good job. Inhale the arms up. Gather all the energy that you need. Arch back and exhale. Dive forward. Whew. goodness. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. I'm rooting my hands down on the ground to step back into downward dog. So grounding again. Really trying to embrace that inner fire. 3 breaths. Last one. And then bend the knees. And then bring them down on the ground. And then slowly walk the hands towards your knees. Now my goal here is to open up with Ustrasana, Camel Pose. So you can either tuck the toes under or go right onto the top of the feet. So whatever works for you. I personally like to tuck the toes under to give me that extra support. And then as a level 1, we could just bring the hands on the hips, rolling the shoulders back and opening up the heart like so. Okay. And then if you wanted a little more, you're going to bring one hand down on the heel, one arm up. If that's the option that you choose, I highly recommend to balance it out. And then if you're ready for the full deal, both hands on the heels, opening up the throat and the heart, and then pushing the hips forward so they're aligned with the knees. Breathe. And then slowly release. Come on back to center. And let's go back into Child's Pose, Balasana. And then perhaps your seed, your intention. Some of you may like to have the knees together, knees apart, arms to your side, or I personally like to have a little pillow for my third eye. So wrapping my fist around or wrapping my hand around my fist. Perfect. And guess what? We're going to do it again. So now that you know which level you're at, let's rise up gently. And then let's get ready. So rolling the shoulders back, pick your level, 1, 2, or 3. And then let's breathe for 3 breaths. It's time to shine your authentic expression. Find your heart. Perfect. One more breath. And then slowly release. And press it back into Balasana. Beautiful. And then slowly, whenever you're ready, come on up to your, come on up and sitting down. So bring the legs forward and sitting in the middle of your mat. The legs are forward. Take a deep breath. So kind of like how we started, I've got my 90-degree angle with my legs and my torso. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, lean forward. Grab whatever you can grab, whether it's your shins or your toes. Just breathe. And come on back to center. Bend the knees. Scoot your bum down towards your heels and come on down onto your back. You may bring your knees towards your chest to massage your lower back. And then slowly release. If your lower back is sore, you may bend the knees and have them leaning into one another, just like so. And otherwise, releasing the legs down on the ground. Get ready for Shavasana. If you do have more time and you want to hang out here for a while, you may press pause and then just enjoy yourself. Now, it's also a great time to thank your body for all the hard work that you did. Connect with your inner fire. Go back to your regular breath. And then whenever you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You may rotate your wrist, rotate your ankles. You may bring your arms up above your head and stretch from head to toes. And then whenever you're ready, you may bend the knees and then roll onto your right side. And then push yourself up from the floor and then come back to sitting position. There you go. Come on back to center. Take a deep breath. And then actually come back to your regular breath. And just notice, how do you feel? How's your inner fire? And then from here, I want to invite you to bring your hands back onto your heart. And then remind yourself of your intention that you created at the beginning of the practice. And remember that you can write it down and then perhaps put it beside your vision board. And it could be interesting to write yourself a note for next year, for the next new moon in Aries. If you want to find out the date, reach out. But could be interesting to see what happened a year from now. On that note, I want to say namaste. And of course, infinite peace and freedom for the world. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please let me know. By the way, if you enjoy this video, please share with anyone that you know that could benefit from this practice. And as the others say, please like and subscribe. Yeah, enjoy this new moon in Aries. Oh yeah, and if you like this and you're curious and you want to know more, well, go check out my website below, and then we can work together one-on-one and go to the heart of who you are. Have a good one. Happy new moon in Aries. Namaste.